I have been encouraging others to use R instead of Excel. Now, learning a new tool like R is challenging, especially when you are already good with another tool for most tasks. One approach is to use the new tool like R for only those tasks which are difficult in Excel. So, here is one example. One common question I often encounter and for which I find R better than Excel is to find the differences between two tables or two spreadsheets. Think about it this way: you have two spreadsheets with IDs, names, and other details of a group of people, and you like to know which members are present in file 1 and not in file 2, or vice versa. We encounter such problems quite often, and in this video I'll show you how easy it is to solve it in R. You will find that the actual work of finding the difference takes only 1 second, whereas getting the data in R may take most of your time. So let me first explain how to do that part smoothly. So remember that two tables need to have at least one shared column, whereas the other columns can be anything. For example, in one table you may have the ID, name, address of all customers of your company, and the second table has the ID, email address of those who opened your marketing emails. So by taking the difference, you can find those who are not interested in your emails and maybe exclude them from future mailings. As another example, you may have the IDs, names, and email addresses and phone numbers of students in a school in one spreadsheet, and the IDs and names of those who attended classes during a week in another spreadsheet. So the difference will show you those students who are not attending classes, and you get the idea. So here I created two files and posted them publicly for you to practice this concept. The links are posted below. When you run the R commands that I show, you should be able to access those files and you should see exactly the outcome or the results I show on the screen. Now, after you make your command work, you can replace those with your own data and you can find the differences between the files. Let's open R and show you how to run these commands. The first step is to run library tidyverse. What this command does is loads the tidyverse library and allows you to use it in your R command. If you haven't been familiar with tidyverse, I have another introductory video that shows many of these basic commands. Now the tidyverse library is opened and I can load the two Excel or TSV files in R as two variables and then find the difference. So here is my first command to load the file called set1.tsv. I shared the link to the file at the bottom in the description section. So here is the command, and this one runs and gets the the first file set1.tsv in a variable called x. If you type x, R will show you the content of the file. Now, similarly, I can run y equals read underscore tsv, and this time I put set2.tsv and the file is loaded. So if we run y, then it will show you the content of set2.tsv. Once you load your data, finding the difference is really easy. So what you do is, if you want to find all lines which are present in x but not in y, you do x, then percent greater percent, and t underscore join, then y. And this gives you the content of x which do not appear in y. And you can inspect manually that we have only two lines which are in x and not in y. If you want to store this in a TSV format, you can do percent greater percent and t underscore join y, and then do percent greater percent write underscore tsv, and then the name of the file where you want to store. So I'm going to give a name x minus y.tsv, and R will create the file in the documents folder and store the result. So it's done. And if you open your documents folder, you will find that the file is stored. I'm going to post all of these comments in the comment section so you can take a look and run it yourself. Similarly, let's do the opposite task, which is to find the members of Y which are not present in X. So this time you do Y, percent greater percent, and then anti underscore join, and then X. And R shows again two members. These are different from the previous one. These members are present in Y and not in X. And in the same way, if you run the command and then do percent greater percent and then write underscore tsv and then a file name, let's call it y minus x.tsv this time, then the results will be stored in the second file. Now, once you do this, you can load these two newly created files in Excel and continue to do your other analysis. You don't have to use R for everything. You can do it, use R only for finding the difference. I hope that helps. I'll see you in a different video.